Hello students, so again I'm here to present my next session, and previously we solved I think 10 to 11 examples based on the hyperbolic and the circular functions. And today again we are going with the same procedure with the same method only, but we are doing some more extra examples based on the circular and the hyperbolic functions. Let's start with the part 1, guys, with the complex variable. And here you can see that the examples is given as a first that prove that cos hx yani ki hyperbolic is given, guys, plus sin hx whole raised to the n power equals to cos h n x plus sin h n x. Okay, so this one we can write by De Moivre's theorem, as you know all, because in the De Moivre's theorem it was not given h, it was just given in the real functions. Okay, but here it's given for the hyperbolic functions. Then too the formulas will be same for all, either it is whether it is uh, whether it is hyperbolic or whether it is real functions. So with the same procedure only. Now I'm starting with the LHS. So LHS is given cos hx plus sin hx whole raised to the n power. Okay. Now I'm using the formulas for the hyperbolic of cos. Cos hx equals to, we can write cos ix. It's a relation between hyperbolic and circular functions for the cos function. Okay. And the hyperbolic of the sin hx, that is being minus I into the sin ix. Okay, so I'm just writing this term. See guys, if you don't know the formulas or the relations between hyperbolic and the circular functions, then definitely you can't solve this all the sums. Okay, so to understand this sum, you definitely you have to do this all the formulas. Okay. Okay, now next, by using De Moivre's theorem, of course you can apply here n in the multiplication of the angle, so that you can write cos of nix minus I sin of nix, because here it's given a positive power. अगर पॉजिटिव आ रहा है तो यहाँ बीच में कोई साइन में चेंज नहीं होगा, अगर यहाँ पे माइनस आ रहा है तो फिर बीच में the sign will be changed. Okay, now again using one more relation between circular and the hyperbolic function. So cos nix, okay, it means we are converting now circular to hyperbolic function. So it will be cos h n x, and same it will be for the sine also, I as it is, and sin nix equals to, I am going to use I into the sin h n x. यानी कि see guys, two times we have applied circular and hyperbolic functions formula. In place of this we have applied this one. I'm just highlighting, guys. Okay, and then in place of this one we have used this hyperbolic relation, as well as for the sine also we have used I sin h and x. Okay, and at the last I into y, that will be I square, and I square yani ki minus 1, so minus minus converted into the positive form. So hope you understood, guys. It's too smallest, but the its concept is very much deep. Okay, now see the second example. Prove that sin h inverse x equals to cos h inverse of under root 1 plus x square. Okay, so sin h inverse x, this one we have already studied, but in place of this you have to find cos h inverse of under root 1 plus x square. Okay, so I am starting here with the second yani ki RHS. See guys, this one you can solve it with by two methods. So here I am doing both the methods, and whatever you like you can apply from this both. Okay, so in the first method I am going through RHS to LHS. Okay, So RHS यानी कि cos h inverse under root 1 plus x square. Okay. Now for if you will start from the RHS guys, then you must know regarding all the formulas of hyperbolic inverse for the all the functions. यानी कि इससे पहले हम लोगों ने जो किया है like this all the examples, यानी कि if we talk about our last previous sessions in which we did this all the formulas, we have proved this all the sums of based on the logarithmic functions, right? The inverse of the hyperbolic inverse of the sine, cos, tan, cot, etc. Okay, so in which what you are getting its output ना, that is very much important. So आपको directly वो याद रखना चाहिए, याद रखना पड़ेगा, right, to solve the these examples. यानी कि if you wanna go through the RHS to LHS then and only then. Okay, so वहाँ पे था उसकी values log के form में, if you know then the hyperbolic of cos h inverse of under root 1 plus x square, that equals to, we can write here. So at where it was, see guys, I have written also here, if you don't know then cos h inverse x equals to log of x plus under root x square minus 1. Okay, so in place of x here it's given under root 1 plus x square, so I have written here under root 1 plus x square, and here plus under root x square minus 1, and x square यानी कि this under root 1 plus x square whole square, so it will be converted into the this form, and minus 1. Okay guys, so after comparing you can easily write this equation. Okay, now plus 1 minus 1 will be cancel out, and here it will be only x, and this one actual the equation for this sine h inverse x. Okay, and this one we have solved by using its logarithmic equations, and now we are going through without applying that equation. Okay, so let's start with our old procedure, that by to solve these equations, first we have to take a supposition, right? So taking y equals to sine h inverse x, then you have to apply sine on both these sides, this, and here I am using its hyperbolic function for cos and sine. Okay, so by using this formula and making a subject of cos, because you need here cos, also you can make a subject of sine also, but here I have made a subject of cos hy, so that it will be under root of 1 plus sine h square y, and sine h square y यानी कि the x square, and here just making a subject of y, you can get cos h inverse of under root 1 plus x square. And finally at the last, in place of y I am putting its original value, that sine h inverse x, so you may get final answer. So hope you all understood guys, and with the same procedure we will apply its second example, and the second is given this one, tan h inverse of x equals to sine h inverse of x upon under root 1 minus x square. Okay, so now I am solving this one. Okay, and here it's given, we are going with the same from going LHS to RHS. So sine h inverse x upon under root 1 minus x square. So in place of this we can use this hyperbolic formula that we did in our last session, if you know very well then. So as at there we have found sine h inverse of x equals to log of x plus under root x square minus 1. So applying this one formula in place of this, and here your angle is given x upon under root 1 minus x square. So in place of x you will write here this one. Okay, okay. Now then after giving its simplification, so here I have simplified the term. You can see that here I have just cross multiply the terms, यानी कि 1 minus x square, then the x square will be removed, the remaining term will be 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. Now you can see that the LCM is also already similar, So just taking out its LCM and you will get this one. Or here I have split the term 1 minus x square and 1 plus x. Sorry, 1 minus x and 1 plus x. And also we have simplified this one, x plus 1 yani कि under root x plus 1 into the x plus 1. So after giving the simplification you will get this one, and यहाँ से मैंने वो root remove किया है, then you can get the answer into the 1/2 form, and this is nothing but tan h inverse x. So this is your final answer. This is nothing but the tan h inverse of x. So this is your final answer that you wanted to prove. Now next one, you can see that if tan hx equals to 1/2, then prove that sin h 2x equals to 4/3. So definitely we will use its direct formula as we have did in our previous session. So by using sin 2 theta yani ki sin h 2 theta, here we will apply for the hyperbolic, because you can see that the question, the components which are given in the questions, it's in the form of hyperbolic sense. So definitely we will apply hyperbolic formula for the sine or the cos. So यहाँ पे आपको प्रूव करना है इक्वल्स टू साइन के फॉर्म में, राइट. So definitely we will apply formula in terms of sine only. So writing sin 2 theta यानी कि sin h 2 x equals to this one is the formula of the sine of hyperbolic, and in place of sin tan hx we can write its value. So by applying this you can get its final result as a 4/3 form. So yet we did 3 examples which was apart from that all examples. Okay, so in next session we will do next method. We can't say it's next method, it's a one of the part of this hyperbolic and circular functions, but that we will see in our next sessions. So till that guys, please go through this all the examples and please do the practice. Thank you guys.